Hello beautiful, I hope you're having an amazing day. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Zoey Arielle and I am a life coach, and today I'm going to be I guess doing the last video in my Why Am I Single series. And today I'm going to be uncovering and sharing with you some of my last set of limiting beliefs around the topic of love and relationships. So without further ado, let's get started. As I mentioned, this is actually part of a series, and I believe this is going to be the last video in this series. Wink, wink. Yeah, so if you haven't tuned into the previous videos, they'll be linked down below. But today, as I mentioned, I'm going to be sharing with you my last set of limiting beliefs when it comes to the topic of love and relationships. So over the past 5 or 6 weeks or so, I have been working with a theta brainwave healer. Her name is Lori. She's an absolute angel, and what happens when I'm in a session with Lori is that we go through what is in my subconscious mind, because our subconscious mind is actually what runs our life, whether we're aware of it or not. So I'm actually going to share a quote with you that I feel like makes a lot of sense. It comes from one of my coaching books from my IPEC material, and it's by C.G. Jung, and says, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." So yes, all through the theta brainwave healing process, and as I've shared with you all, I have been bringing the unconscious to light and shedding these stories, shedding these unserving inner narratives that I have. And today, in regards to those last set of limiting beliefs that came to the surface through my theta brainwave healing, is, can I be in a relationship now? The key word here is now. Because whether it's love and relationships, whether it's success and money, whether it's whatever you're desiring, a lot of our limiting beliefs actually crowd around this word now. We think, okay, I could be in love, but in the future. Or I could have this money that I want in the future, or after I reach a certain point. We hold a lot of limitations on ourselves when it comes to believing that we are able and capable of having what it is that we desire in our life right now. Now, speaking for me personally, when Lori and I brought to the surface that I had a lot of limitations around believing that what it is that I'm desiring, calling into my life, could happen right now, I recognized a lot of stories or beliefs that I placed on myself in the past. So I can think back to a time, for example, when I was living in Italy and I had a student loan. My main reason when people would ask me why I wasn't interested in dating, or why I wasn't, pursuing that or working on that area of my life, my excuse was that I didn't want to get into a relationship until after I paid off my student loan. Okay, so then it gets to the point where I pay off the student loan, and I remember my friend was like, okay, so you paid off your student loan, now are you gonna start dating? Like, cause that was your story about it. And I said, no, I wanna wait until I'm at like a really good foundational place in my business before I start dating again. So as you can see, I was definitely deflecting the work that was asking me to look at, why not now? Why not now can I have the things that I am desiring? So I want you to ask yourself right now, whether it's in the topic of love and relationships, which may have brought you to this video, or if it's anything in life, success, money, achieving something, whatever it is that you're desiring, what are the limitations that you're holding on for yourself to resist what it is that you're desiring to come into your life right now? I recently did a video on my channel about inviting abundance into your life, and the main question to ask yourself when you don't have what you want in your life is, what am I tolerating? So in this sense, I was tolerating my old stories. I was tolerating making up excuses as to why I can't have what I want in my life now. And why was I doing that? Why was I creating excuses? So a lot of the times this comes back to our egos. The part of our brain that likes to keep us safe, right? So if I was safe in my comfort zone, even if that meant safe in my comfort zone in the sense that I wasn't putting myself out there, wasn't really dating too much, wasn't really interested in that, that was keeping me safe from getting hurt again. Because as I mentioned to you guys, the previous relationship that I was in 5 years ago now was very traumatic for me. Very traumatic in the sense that it's literally taken me about 5 years to actually look at my issues, my baggage, if you will, that I brought out of that relationship and brought with me into the future. So I wasn't willing to look at my baggage. So I was creating all sorts of different excuses as to why I wasn't going to look at it. When really, the more bravery you can sum it up within yourself to look at your stories, the easier it will be to understand yourself. And that's the gift here. That's the gift in understanding what's in the subconscious, is that you get to know yourself better. You get to understand why you believe the things to be true that you might believe, and then you have the ability to change the story. So, as I mentioned, when Lori and I were working through this, can I be in a relationship now? There was all of these sorts of belief statements that we were working through that had to do with whether or not I felt that I was worthy or capable of being in a relationship right now. And now I've gotten to the point, because this was a couple of weeks ago now, that there is no reason why I can't be. I was always searching for excuses to put in the way of dating or being in a relationship or starting to have feelings for someone. And I can tell you, as I finished the modality of belief statements that is love and relationships in the state of brainwave healing, I have invited love into my life. I have invited such beautiful experiences into my life, and I've started to open up my heart up. And I mean, I'm not going to get into details, I'm not going to get personal with you guys, but if you do the work, you see a reflection almost instantly. And so that's why I'm telling you that this is probably going to be the last video in this series. I think it's going to be, because I think I'm done talking about why am I single. And, you know, like I said, can I be in a relationship now? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. The answer is that I have done so much work on myself. I believe in myself to an extent I never have before. I have evolved so much through quarantine that of course I'm ready. So when it comes to you and inviting that thing into your life, whatever that thing is, love, a relationship, friendships, money, success, I want you to ask yourself, why is it that you believe that you cannot have what it is that you're desiring right now? Because if you ask yourself that question, you will find an assortment of limiting beliefs there. You will find maybe that you've put up your own walls, that you've put up your own excuses. And it's only when we recognize that and we kind of get tired of our own BS, our own stories, that we can create an emotional charge to make a change. And it's a beautiful thing when you decide to create that change. Like I said, you'll see the results almost instantly. You'll see that reflection. I'm telling you, it's a beautiful place to be in when you're uninhibited, when you just feel like, yeah, I'm gonna invite it in. I'm gonna call it in now. Whenever it's meant to be, it will be divine timing, but I'm no longer going to feel resistant towards this subject in my life anymore. And yeah, that's why I wanted to create this video for you guys today, is that I've done the work and I've gotten the results. I know it's not the easiest work. I know it's kind of uncomfortable to sit with the things that you have believed to be true about yourself, but it is within doing the work that you then become liberated. And it's such a beautiful place to be. I can't tell you how amazing my life has been in the last month. It's been better than I could have ever imagined. I've been happier, I've been more content. My ego's really taken the back seat and my meditations are deeper. Everything is just so much more loving, and it's because I chose to release all of those things that were holding me down, all of those things that were keeping me from feeling as good as I could feel. And those things that I'm speaking about are the limiting beliefs that I placed on myself based on my past experiences and based on the fact that I was trying to keep myself safe. So wherever you're at today, I encourage you to look and remember, can I be in a relationship now? Can I have the thing that I want now? The answer is yes, of course. The universe is abundant and always giving us, always trying to give us the things that we're desiring, that we're calling in. So it's up to you to release those inhibitions, those belief systems that are blocking you. Remember, just remember, like as I showed you guys this graphic before, I feel like I got a color on the board, you know? But the universe is always trying to give. It's unconditionally always trying to give us the abundance that we're calling in. It's like me being like, I want love. Okay, I'm desiring a love, unconditional love to present itself into my life. But I created all these excuses, these limiting beliefs that like, not right now, later, at some point in my life, but not right now. When is gonna be the day that you're gonna wake up and say, why not now? So I encourage you to do that work with yourself today. And that can look like coaching, which I am presently taking on one-on-one clients. If you guys are interested in embarking on the coaching journey to release your own inner narratives and beliefs. It could look like journaling. It could look like meditating. It could look like simply just sitting with your thoughts around the aspect of why can't I have what I'm desiring right now? And look at the limitations that you've placed on yourself. And you can peel them back like an onion one by one. It does take time. It can be uncomfortable. But I'm telling you guys, it's worth it. So thank you so much for tuning into the series because like I said, this is the last one. And yeah, I will be seeing you guys again very soon. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you liked it. And I will see you again soon. Bye.